Assalamu alaikum. In this session of general principles and processes of isolation of elements, we'll be discussing the third important step involved in metallurgical process, that is refining of metals. In previous step, we have gone through the different methods of extracting the metal from their oxide ores, where after the extraction of metal, they contain one or the other type of impurities in small percentages. So in the last step of metallurgy, we have to refine those metals so that we get the metal of high purity. So removal of impurities present in the crude metal, we call that process as refining. Now this refining method depends on the type of the metal which has to be refined. Based on that, we apply different methods of refining, like we have distillation, liquation, electrolytic refining, zone refining, vapor phase refining, chromatographic methods, cupellation or polling. Few of the methods which are mentioned in the syllabus we'll discuss over here. Let's begin with first refining method, that is distillation. Now this method is applied for those metals which are having very low boiling points like zinc and mercury, and we have to select such metals where the impurity should have higher boiling point compared to the metal. So examples are zinc and mercury. So in this method, the impure metal is heated in this chamber. As soon as the zinc or mercury reaches their boiling point, they evaporate, they escape out in the form of vapors, and they are collected through this condenser and finally collected in a container, whereas the high boiling impurities remain back in the chamber. Next is liquation. This method is again applied for those metals which are having low melting points. ऐसे मेटल्स के लिए जिसका मेल्टिंग पॉइंट बहुत कम है, और आपको सेलेक्ट ऐसे मेटल्स करना है जहाँ पे मेल्टिंग पॉइंट मेटल का कम होना है और इम्प्योरिटीज का ज़्यादा होना है. तो वैसे इम्प्योर मेटल को हम इस तरह के स्लोपिंग सरफेस पे कोई हॉपर के ज़रिए से फीड करेंगे और यहाँ से हीट करेंगे. जैसे ही वो पर्टिकुलर मेटल जिसको आप प्यूरिफाई कर रहे हैं, अगर वो अपना मेल्टिंग पॉइंट रीच हो जाता है, तो वो मेल्ट होके नीचे फ्लो होके इस कंटेनर में कलेक्ट हो जाएगा, और इम्प्यूरिटीज़ जिसका मेल्टिंग पॉइंट ज़्यादा है वो इस स्लोपिंग सरफेस पे ही रह जाएंगे. सो दिस इज द वे हाउ यू कैन प्यूरिफाई द मेटल बाय लिक्वेशन मेथड. Next is electrolytic refining. Again, this method is based on electrolysis. So here we'll be purifying metals like copper and zinc by this method. So here this is a container. We take two electrodes. The impure metal will be made as anode and the pure metal will be taken as cathode. Impure metal will be thick and the pure metal will be thin. Like for example, if we talk about the refining of copper, so this is impure copper made as anode and the pure metal which is made as cathode. Both the electrodes are dipped in its own salt solution like copper sulfate, copper nitrate. You have to take the salt of the same metal. When you pass electricity, that time electrolysis takes place, that is the cations will move towards cathode and the anions will move towards anode. So here at anode what happens is, this anode which is impure, it combines with the sulfate or nitrate ion. In overall sense we can say this copper metal starts dissolving, it converts itself into Cu2 plus, that is by the loss of 2 electrons. When it flows into the solution, again these cations will move towards cathode. The electrons which are lost over here at anode, they move towards cathode, and here at cathode reduction takes place where the dissolved copper which has converted into Cu2 plus, it will move towards cathode, it will gain those 2 electrons and deposit in the form of copper. So in this way overall the process is nothing but the copper from impure electrode moves towards pure electrode. Left out will be the impurities which will fall down in the form of anode mud. This anode mud mainly contains gold, silver, selenium, platinum, tellurium, antimony, which are also of very importance, and hence these anode mud is again further treated with suitable methods to recover all these metals, and they will meet out the cost of the process. Zinc is also purified by this electrolytic refining process method. Zone refining, a very important refining method applied for metals of semiconducting nature, and we get very high purity metals by this method. So semiconductor materials like silicon, germanium, gallium, these are all purified by this zone refining method. Principle of this method is impurities remain more soluble in molten state than in solid state. Here what we do is we take the impure metal. Around this impure metal we move a mobile circular heater. Suppose if we start from this position, that coil will be heated. Due to that, the metal also get heated up and it melts in this region. Slowly that circular heater will be moved to the other end. When you are moving that circular heater to the other end, the molten region also moves along that with that heater, and in that molten region all those impurities also will move. And when that heater is brought to this end, the complete impurities present in this impure metal will collect at this region. Again and again this circular heater, the induction coil, will be moved from one end to the other end many times, so that whatever impurities are there, they collect and concentrate at one end. Finally this region, which is now concentrated with only impurities, it is cut off and you will be left out with a pure metal. This process is commonly carried out in an inert atmosphere, so that during heating process the metal should not come in contact with oxygen. So inert atmosphere can be maintained by using some inert gases or carbon dioxide gas. Next is vapor phase refining. In this method, the crude metal is treated with a suitable reagent so that it forms a volatile complex, and with further heating it decomposes to give the pure metal. So the requirement for this method is the metal should combine with a suitable chemical reagent so that it should form a volatile complex. यानी कि ऐसा मेटल अगर कोई केमिकल रिएजेंट के साथ उससे हम ट्रीट करते हैं तो वो वोलाटाइल कॉम्प्लेक्स में कन्वर्ट होना ज़रूरी है. अगर आप एक केमिकल ऐसा रिएजेंट यूज़ कर रहे हैं, केमिकल रिएजेंट जिससे वो मेटल कंबाइन ही नहीं हो रहा है या फिर वोलाटाइल कॉम्प्लेक्स में फॉर्म नहीं हो रहा है, तो वैसे मेटल्स को हम ये मेथड से प्योरीफाई नहीं कर सकते हैं. सो दो इम्पॉर्टेंट कंडीशंस यहाँ पे चाहिए. पहला तो मेटल जिस केमिकल रिएजेंट के साथ हम उसे ट्रीट कर रहे हैं वो वोलाटाइल कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म कर सके, और दूसरा वो वोलाटाइल कॉम्प्लेक्स ईजिली डिकम्पोज हो जाए और थोड़ा हीट करने के बाद वो ईजिली डिकम्पोज हो जाए, तब हम ये मेथड अप्लाई करते हैं. सो टू कंडीशंस आर हियर. मेटल शुड फॉर्म ए वोलाटाइल कंपाउंड विद ए अवेलेबल रिएजेंट, and the volatile compound formed should be easily decomposed to recover the metal easily. So this concept, this vapor phase refining method is applied in two processes, that is Mons process and Van Arkel process. Mons process is employed for the purification of nickel. Here nickel will be heated with carbon monoxide, because carbon monoxide is a suitable chemical reagent. When it combines with the nickel, it forms a volatile complex, that is nickel tetracarbonyl, when it is heated at around 330 to 350 Kelvin temperature. Once you get this complex, as it is volatile, with further heating to around 450 to 470 Kelvin, it decomposes into nickel, liberating carbon monoxide gas. Van Arkel process, another same type like Mons process, but here we apply this process for zirconium, titanium, hafnium, which are used in space technology, and we get ultra pure metals where oxygen and nitrogen are removed, which are the important impurities present in those metals. यहाँ पे हम सेम मॉन्स प्रोसेस की तरह ही, सिर्फ केमिकल रिएजेंट अलग है. जिरकोनियम को हम आयोडीन के साथ हीट करते हैं 870 केल्विन टेम्परेचर पर, जहाँ पे आपको एक जिरकोनियम आयोडाइड कॉम्प्लेक्स मिलेगा जिसका नेचर वोलाटाइल होता है. और इस कॉम्प्लेक्स को हम हायर टेम्परेचर्स यानी कि 1800 से 2000 केल्विन टेम्परेचर पर टंगस्टन फिलामेंट के प्रेजेंस में हीट करते हैं. तब आयोडीन इवेपोरेट हो जाता है, वेपराइज हो जाता है, और ये जिरकोनियम मेटल टंगस्टन फिलामेंट के ऊपर डिपॉजिट हो जाता है. So zirconium is heated in an iodine environment to produce ZrI4, or you can take titanium, you will get TiI4, where further heating will produce the pure metal and iodine is removed by using suitable vacuum devices. So this is the setup used in Van Arkel process. Last, chromatographic methods. It is commonly applied when the metal to be purified is similar with the impurities present in it, and those impurities are in very small quantities, that is in minute quantities. So there are different chromatographic methods, and for purification of metals we prefer for column chromatography, where we apply the method of principle of adsorption, where either impurities will be adsorbed on a suitable adsorbent or the metal will be adsorbed on a suitable adsorbent. We have the uses of different metals now: iron, aluminum, copper and zinc. So you can go through all these uses. And this is the overall summary of all the four important metals, their important ores, and the method of extraction, and what are the conditions for their extraction. So this ends the chapter metallurgy or general principles of isolation of elements. Thank you.